back to another round of Tuesday Night Legacy. We've got two mono black decks going head to head. On the left, we have Will playing a black Reanimator list. Now, it's got the smallest splash of green for things like Assassin's Trophy in the sideboard, as well as a mainboard Grist, the Hunger Tide. Being able to destroy other creatures, very good. And it's also got a Life from the Loam, so they can pull back these Urza Sagas that you don't typically see in a Reanimator list, but obviously this deck still has those big, huge turn one plays, like the Grief Reanimate Grief combo. It's also got some fun haymakers. Most importantly, the Atraxa Grand Unifier and the Archon of Cruelty. This does run 4 Entomb, as well as 3 Beseech the Mirror, going off of the Vault of Whispers and whatever you're pulling up from the Urza Saga. That, I believe, is mostly to grab the, where is it? The Fun of Recurring Nightmare, which is going to allow you to turn one of your creatures in play into one of those huge creatures in your yard. Of course, there are a couple fun other haymakers in the sideboard, like Iona, which shuts off your mono colored opponent's deck, as well as Sarah Emissary, which can basically make you have protection from whatever's trying to kill you. And at that point, if you're not winning the game, I don't know if you were going to win the game in the first place. On the other side of the board, we have Ali playing the Helm combo. Now, this is also a fairly mono black deck. It does run a couple of Urza Saga as well, but we are beseeching the mirror for a specific card, the Helm of Obedience, which is going to be able to win the game as a 2-card combo with either a Leyline of the Void in play or a Douthie Voidwalker, creating that exile effect for the graveyard, making it so that cards cannot go into the graveyard. Helm of Obedience's text continues to mill out your opponent until they have 0 cards left in the library. You pass the turn, they try to win the game, and they lose due to that extra clause in this game that says if you don't have a library, you lose the game. Obviously, this deck does also have a way to go the distance with some excellent mono black creatures. Legacy is seeing somewhat of a renaissance as far as creature-based combat is concerned. Some of these cards being Orcish Bowmaster, being huge from the Lord of the Rings set, as well as Exsanguinator Cavalry. This came out, I think, in a Commander set recently, and it's just a very good creature. A 2/3 that has Menace and Lifelink, continues to grow as it's on the field. It also gives you a little bit of discard filtering, which is really cool. This deck also has just a 1 of Karn the Great Creator, which is going to be able to go and find your Helm of Obedience that is in your sideboard. So you can power out this combo on turn 1 with the Chrome Moxes and some Dark Rituals. But I think Ali is really trying to play that take your best card with a Thoughtseize, play a Douthie Voidwalker or one of his good creatures, and then kind of go the distance until he can just helm you out of nowhere. And then you lose the game because you were dealing with these creatures instead of the combo. So let's see, out of these two mono black decks, who's going to get there? Let's go ahead and get these games started. We have Ali with a pre-game action, putting that Leyline of the Void into play. We were talking about this earlier. You can just drop this into play if it's in your opening hand. Now, William does not have access to a graveyard, which I don't believe Ali knew how good of a play this would be. Looks like Ali kind of kept that hand with Leyline of the Void being a main part of his plan, although he does have this Urza Saga in play, which is a great card to have, especially with the Ancient Tomb, allowing him to start making constructs on the beatdown plan. William with the Thoughtseize, trying to take the best card out of Ali's hand, taking the Orcish Bowmaster. We see a Grief. Okay, so Grief exiled. We're going to take another card here. The Chrome Mox is going to go away. All these cards being exiled. William with the Reanimate on Ali, taking an Orcish Bowmaster. So when you don't have your own graveyard, go ahead and steal your opponent's graveyards. This does give William at least a little bit of some staying power here, taking a little bit of damage off of the Thoughtseize and the Reanimate, going to 16. We do see Ali also taking some damage here off of the Ancient Tomb, creating that construct. So the construct's potentially creating 2/3/3s here. And it looks like Either Shadow Spear or Pithing Needle are going to be the cards that Ali has access to here. I doubt he's going to go for another Chrome Mox. Yes, we do see the Shadow Spear, so this is going to be the War of Shadow Spears. A lot of staying power here. Shadow Spear being a really cool card that you can pay 1 into to make your opponent's permanents lose hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. But what this is going to do is create a 4/4 construct with lifelink and trample for Ali to deal with. Ali picking up his cards, deciding he doesn't want to have to keep showing those. So I would say at this moment in time, Ali is definitely ahead of the game here. We're seeing our boys come in here. This construct that Ali has is a 3/3, but with that reanimate that William just picked up, it's going to get that right back, taking 1 damage, popping the 1 construct. Oh, that's interesting. Ali just putting his second construct into the same sleeve as the first one. It's a good way to keep track of them. And we're going to see a Chrome Mox. Chrome Mox pitching Thoughtseize. Going to attack. Still have 3 artifacts in play, which is going to be another 4. Up to 20. And a Sheoldred the Apocalypse. That might be the nail in the coffin here. William, go ahead and draw his card for the turn. 2 mana. Decides to put the Shadow Spear on the Orc token. That's going to make a 3/3 with lifelink and trample. Still not good enough to kill this construct, although it can now trade. Oh, yeah. You can move that, can't you? So, equipped onto Sheoldred here. This is going to become a 5/6. Another Orcish Bowmaster. So we're seeing the Bowmaster come into play, probably pinging Sheoldred, making that a 4/4 construct, or 4/4 Orcish Bowmaster. I believe there's going to be trades here. And we're going to gain some life, too. So Ali loses all of his stuff. And William goes, yeah, I'm done. No problem. So William's still barely in this game here. We don't know if Will's going to rip another reanimate. Oh, there's a Grist. So with the Grist, he could blow up his Orcish Bowmaster. That's exactly what he decides to do. Now this puts Ali completely out of gas as well. Grist can start making 1/1s off the top of his library, which is pretty cool. Here's Grist. Milling bugs, or milling cards. If they're bugs, then he gets to do it again. But not seeing a whole lot of bugs here. So Douthie Voidwalker, a very good draw for Ali. This is a 3/2 with Shadow. So that means this can attack straight at Grist, not being able to block. I think that's what's going to happen here, getting rid of the only potential thing that can get rid of his Douthie Voidwalker at the moment. Gaining a ton more life. 2 damage, Orcish Bowmaster. Gonna ping the insect, probably trade the Orc army. And we see a Chrome Mox exiling something. Taking 5 damage here. Going up to 30. William says, yeah, no, I got nothing. Ooh, there's a Rihanna. Oh, for the Sheoldred! That's pretty good. I don't know if it's good enough. So we're going to take 4 damage here to reanimate the Sheoldred. Yeah, he's realizing that if he reanimates the Sheoldred, then he dies to the Douthie Voidwalker. Ugh. What a bummer. So, kills the Orcish Bowmaster. It's going to take 4 here from the Douthie Voidwalker, dropping to 1. And then on the crackback, we're hoping for a good card off the top of the library. I'm looking at Will's deck here. I'm not sure what that card's going to be. Oh, what is that card? The draw 3 and then take damage. It looks like this is not the newest version of Ali's deck. I don't have that card, but it's like from Theros Beyond Death. Gets to draw 3 cards. And then I think he takes damage for each card that he plays or each card that he draws after that. I'm not entirely certain. But William just picks that up, and we are into game 2 here. Just a Vault of Whispers from turn 1, and a Douthie Voidwalker for turn 2. Urza's Saga as William's second play. Troll of Khazad-dûm in Will's hand there. Probably going to be cycling this. Also see a Grief. Ooh, a Dark Ritual. Okay, 4 mana. Is this Beseech? So he's beseeching the mirror, but he pitched Urza's Saga, which I don't think you can do. Yes, you can, absolutely. I just always see artifacts go. So we see an enchantment instead. I looked away from the screen, and I don't know what happened. I think that was a, the good card out of the sideboard. The Assassin's Trophy, I think, blew up the Helm of Obedience, or blew up the other piece of interaction. So Ali must have scooped it up there with nothing else in his hand. So we are on to game 3. Leyline of the Void in play. William very sad. A Thoughtseize messing up William's hand. Not a whole lot here. I think he drew an extra card on accident. And so they put it back. And we see a Douthie Voidwalker come into play. A Shadow Spear. Urza's Saga on Ali's side. Up to 2 already. And a Chrome Mox. Imprinting a opposition agent. I mean, if you don't got the mana for it. Oh, we have a Sheoldred the Apocalypse in hand. Dark Ritual gets Sheoldred into play. Ali getting that construct token. I'm not sure if constructs are going to get him out of it this time. William having a lot of heat on the other side of the board. Sheoldred, that one's not very helpful, but basically says every time that your opponent draws a card, they take 2 damage. Every time you draw a card, you gain 2 life. So we are going for the Shadow Spear construct beatdown plan here. 4/4 constructs just kind of run into a 4/5 though. We see a cycled Troll on William's side. So William definitely playing much more of the scam route than the Reanimator route with all of this graveyard hate. We're seeing 3 damage get in there. Ali drops to 9. Okay, William. I mean, we understand the mana was tapped out. He decided to roll it back a little bit and do that equip instead. And take a little bit more damage there and gain some life. Players trying to figure out how to use the life counter here. Gonna go ahead and chump block the Sheoldred there. And we see an Orcish Bowmaster. Orcish Bowmaster coming into play, putting a lot of pressure on Ali here. He's got his construct. He's going to equip it. This construct is a 1/2/3/4/4. We see Ancient Tomb come into play here. I don't know how Ali is going to get out of this one, especially with an Urza's Saga kind of showing that we've got even more damage. And yeah, that's it. We turn it sideways, and William takes it 2-1. I think that was a fairly interesting back and forth. Both of these mono black decks were using very similar resources, and it kind of turned into this grind fest on the field because with Ali denying the resources of the graveyard that was Will's primary strategy, basically had to play as fair as Ali was, but we never saw the Helm combo. Well, we did see the Helm combo the second game, but it was blown out by that very timely Assassin's Trophy. So good job, Will, on the 2-1. Very good games. I know it's been a little while. We try to get these videos out as often as possible. Timing and everything just makes things difficult sometimes. But thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching the videos. If this is your first time here, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It really helps us out, and it shows me that people are still enjoying these videos and the content I'm creating. We always want to thank Spellhold Games and Collector Legion for allowing us to record in their store's play space. The channel would literally not exist without you, so thank you very much for that. And that's going to be it for us for this time. As always, I'm Eugene, and this is Tuesday Night Legacy. We'll see you next time.